Ariel Helwani in Las Vegas gearing up for UFC 143 alongside Josh Koscheck, who meets Mike Pierce this Saturday night on pay-per-view. And Josh, it's good to see you again. And everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just checking out the shoes,
You don't dig them?
I don't know if it goes with your outfit, but,
Blue and blue.
Yeah, all right, if you say so.
Wow. Just like that, huh?
Just like that.
Right off the bat.
We'll start it off right off the get-go. You know me. I hold no punches.
I was actually going to give you props for the roots because I'm Canadian, and I thought that was very nice. I thought you were
Maybe I should
extending.
take these off then.
Please. I thought you were extending an olive branch to us.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, well, let's talk fighting, if you will. What was your first reaction when you found out that Mike Pierce was calling you out?
Well, I was like, first off, I had to look him up and see who he was. And then I was like, okay, Mike Pierce, all right, fought Fitch, that type of thing. But, thought it was kind of interesting. I was wondering, if the UFC put him up to it because the fact that, there's nobody out there for me to fight. Everybody is really pretty much in the upper echelon of the division is pretty much tied up and, or injured or taking time off. So I was just like, all right, cool, we'll take the fight, didn't hesitate at all to not take the fight. And, I just would prefer to fight somebody with a bigger name, obviously because, it's better for the fans, it's better for the sport. But, he's the new and up-and-comer guy that's kind of taking the role of talking a lot of shit. So, it should be a good fight.
Is it hard for you to get up for a fight like this where you clearly don't really respect his skills all that much? He doesn't really get under your skin, so you don't have that extra motivation.
Well, I think he's got under everybody's skin. Even my fans are always tweeting about him and stuff. So it's been he's been talking a lot, and I feel like as cocky as he is, it's at the end of the day, he's got to get in there and back it up and fight. And one of the things that I've always been good at in my career is, I might talk, but I get in there and fight. So, we'll see. Saturday night should be a good night for the UFC and for our sport. And let's take it to the next level. And hopefully Saturday night I put Mike Pierce to sleep.
Do you view Mike Pierce as sort of like a warm-up fight for a bigger one that is yet to come?
No, Mike Pierce is definitely a tough fighter, and I think he's an underestimated fighter in this game. He's had a lot of tough fights with some guys, and he's kind of a decision guy. Comes in and doesn't really finish fights, and I think that I'm gonna be the first guy to knock him out or submit him.
Does he do anything that impresses you?
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff. He comes in great shape. He gets off the bottom very well. And he has pretty good takedowns. So I think he's good in almost every area of mixed martial arts, but he's not great.
Do you view this fight in some ways as sort of a lose-lose because not a lot of people know who he is, so everyone expects you to win?
No, I definitely don't view it like that. I view it as, I got an opportunity to make some good money. I got an opportunity to put myself next in line for the interim title, or working my way back up to that contender spot, and that's the opportunity I have. So it's win-win for me.
Speaking of which, are you rooting for the Diaz's and the Condits of the world to win the title? Because that would probably mean you'd get another shot. If George keeps holding on to the belt, it may be hard to get a third crack at him.
Yeah, I think that I definitely would like to see the Diaz. I'm interested in the outcome of the Condit Diaz fight Saturday night. It should be a good fight. Hopefully George is out for more than 10 months and they can make that title holder, the interim title holder, fight twice. So
you're rooting against him.
Against
his recovery.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, he never comes back. Basically, ACL surgeries, can take a lot out of you. They say that you really truly don't recover after those, and I've had friends that have had those, and they say they're not the same. So hopefully, it equals out the playing field, and and we can get another crack at George.
So there's still that bad blood there, right?
Nah, me and George have always been cool. He's a respectable guy, and outside of the cage when we're not fighting, he's a great person. I'm sure we would probably even hang out. Yeah, maybe not. He'd probably say no, but I'd be down to kick it with him.
So, that's very nice of you. Very
Canadian. My roots. I got the roots on. So trying to give back.
And speaking of injuries, how's the eye? Because in the Hughes fight, you were hit in the eye, and it seemed like it bothered you for a bit. And even in the countdown show, Bob Cook was saying that after you got over that, then you really got comfortable again. Have you officially gotten over that injury that you're not thinking about it when you're training?
Yeah, no, I'm totally healthy and ready to go. So I've obviously still have numbness in my right through here, but they say it's always going to be there probably. So I got something to remember George for the rest of my life, I guess.
And lost in all this title talk has been the fact that you were supposed to fight Carlos Condit,
Yes.
and then he moved up and whatnot. How big of a bummer was that? Because that was a huge fight for you, and if you won that fight, you really would have been
I think
knocking.
it was a huge fight for Carlos Condit. So, I think it is an easy fight for me. I really truly believe that I could beat Condit very easy.
Who are you picking in the main event?
I'm going to go with Diaz.
All right, and if you do win, is there someone that you think sort of makes sense for you next in order to get closer to the title shot?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
not Ellenberger or Sanchez, those guys.
Sanchez, I mean, has he won any fights in a while? So he's not even in the question. Ellenberger, he's won one big fight against Jake Shields. So I would say Johnny Hendricks would be ahead of him in the game because he just beat the number 2 guy in the world. So with that being said, I think that the rankings are all. The rankings are you press people that really don't know too much about the sport and too much about what goes on out there. I think it's all like influenced by the UFC and influenced by a bunch of media people and they don't know. So I'll be the number 1 contender after this fight.
We start with a shot of my shoes and then a shot of my knowledge.
You're one of those guys,
But I
so.
do have you up there.
Yeah, well,
I don't remember
yeah.
what.
7, 8. You probably have like Engelberger and all those other guys and
Ellenberger.
yeah, whatever his name is. So yeah, it's so.
I'll look it up and I'll get back to you. You're definitely in the top 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think you're probably in my top 4 right now.
Yeah.
If memory serves.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what it
respectable?
should be. That's respectable.
Now we're friends again.
Well, I don't know. Let's not go that far.
All right, Josh. Thank you very much and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.